Okay, so the save I had in mind that I wanted to continue on with basically the save file in the manager from the Lincoln save, and continue on with the job we got over in Spain with Guadalajara. Problem with that is while I was recording ahead of time to give myself a buffer to edit, I got sacked again. Tragic, I know. For the same reasons, basically. The team wasn't performing well enough. I had a meeting with the board. They wanted to discuss options, what I was going to do next, although it wouldn't let me gather the points. So I ended up saying I'll resign. And at that point, I just got a little bit frustrated. Yeah, so this save will basically be along the same lines that I wanted, which was a rags to riches sort of deal. Start from nothing and work your way up to the top. I'm not talking riches as in finances. I'm not trying to be the richest manager or turn a team into the richest club. Rags to riches in terms of becoming the most decorated manager of all time. And according to the game, that at the moment is Sir Alex Ferguson, followed very closely by Pep Guardiola. Those are the top two in the Hall of Fame in the game. I did a little bit of searching around, and Sir Alex Ferguson is number one on basically every list there is. The catch to this one is I'm going to start with the team closest to my house. With the base game database available, that is the Wellington Phoenix. I live in Auckland, so Wellington is at the other end of the island. We are going to start with nothing once again. Just going to adjust these things to where I want them. We'll just put everything there for now and leave it alone. As far as this goes, I'm just going to put it all on working with youngsters. I don't know if they're going to have any youngsters, but the rest of this can be covered by coaches and that sort of thing. So the Wellington Phoenix play in an Australian league. They are a New Zealand team playing in an Australian league. You can see there's only 10 teams there. And the rule, the structure basically, teams place 3rd to 6th qualify for an elimination final. Top 2 qualify for a semi-final, but the top 6 go into the final series, which sort of breaks this one down here. In terms of qualification-wise, you go into the AFC Champions League, which is, I think, the Asian Champions League. Not really a goal. I'm not here to win the Asian Champions League. I'll take it if I can. I'm not going to complain about that. Obviously, the prize money over here is pretty crap. First gets a fair whack. Second through to fourth get nothing. And then a few other teams get a very small hand. Oh, actually, look here. Continental qualification. The Phoenix are excluded. So let's forget all about the Champions League because that's not going to happen. All right, I've never actually managed in this league, so it's going to be quite interesting. 27 matches, we play each other 3 times. There's an interesting rule here. So it looks like there's a salary cap, but we have designated player slots. This could get quite confusing. I may have screwed myself a little bit. Yes, they're a reasonably new team. They've only been around for about 10 years now. There's really not a lot going on in the team. There's not much very positive in the squad report. We'll actually have a look at a moment. You can scout whatever you want, mate. Okay, attempt to be competitive. Well, you can't get relegated because there's no way down from here. And there's an FFA Cup. Well, it's basically a mixture of Australian teams and then the one New Zealand team. So we'll run through the team quickly. Like I've already said, I don't know very much about the Phoenix or the A-League. But we'll see what's available to us. So Glenn Moss looks like he's going to be the #1 keeper. Sort of what you'd expect. You've got Oliver Sale, who I know plays for New Zealand. I do know that. And he's obviously not been represented very well there. We'll just run through the rest of the team. So Jacob Tratt, Australian right back. Marco Rossi, who's Italian, centre back, can play left back. Says he's the best left back we've got, so that might be what he does. Andrew Durante, 34-year-old international. Still reasonably fast, I suppose, for 34, although I don't really want to be running through the centre all that often. Ryan Lowry, Australian centre back. Dylan Fox, again, looks very much the same, doesn't he? Basically, I'm not intending to spend a whole lot of time here, to be quite honest with you. I'd like to get out of here as fast as possible. you know, I've loaded up a whole bunch of leagues, which I'll show you shortly. It's probably more than I needed to, and I will cut some of those out depending on how our reputation and that sort of thing grows. Louis Fenton, it's very versatile. Only right-footed. Well, he prefers his right foot. Obviously, has got some sort of left. Tom Doyle, so the left back. He's probably more likely to play the left back because he can cross a ball. I don't know what the winger situation's like, whether we'll play with wingers or rely on, say, a wing back sort of situation. We've got 37-year-old Duncan Pearce. I don't think we'll be seeing a lot of him at 37. Vince Leah, another Australian player there. He looks very good mentally as a ball-winning midfielder. Probably not too sure about a defensive midfielder. I don't really play a whole lot of those. Matthew Riddington, another Kiwi through the middle there. Playmaker. Looks reasonably okay. It's not the best one we've got. We'll get there looking at that. So Alejandro Rodriguez from Spain. Another playmaker. Rolly Bonavacia from Curacao. So he's the best central midfielder we've got. Could play a whole bunch of positions there. Given those markings lacking, I probably won't really play him as a ball winning sort of role, but he will likely be a playmaker. Guilherme Finkler from Brazil. Well, he looks like a much better playmaker, especially 17 first touch, half decent finishing. Maybe play him as a cam. He's not going to be a winger given the fact that his pace is starting to go at 30 years old. Adam Parkhouse, another winger. And maybe we'll play wingers. He looks half decent. And I know that McGlinchey, which we'll get to, who's the next one on the list, is also pretty fine. Well, it says here you can play basically anywhere in the midfield. So that it's going to be a few options. It does look to be good depth, we will say that much. Alex Rufer, injured at the moment. Broken leg, so he's out for anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks. Says he's another playmaker, but I'm not. Well, he's got potential, so I suppose he's somebody that probably should feature to see if he can reach said potential. Costa Barbarouses plays a lot of games for New Zealand. Pretty brilliant winger. He'll definitely be the #1 choice there on the right. So I think I've already answered my question. We will be playing wingers. Roy Krishna from Fiji. They've lined him up here as a winger. It also says here he plays as a poacher, and it's something I really don't know much about, and I'm sure I've already said that. Logan Rogerson, another youngster up front. Lacks a little bit there technically, but he does have pretty nice physicals. Probably can count this as a lower league save if we're honest here. I've got a target man available to us, so it's something I might look to utilise. Maybe not a 4-4-2. This gets a bit boring after a while. And then lastly, we have Hamish Watson, who also plays target man. So target man will definitely feature. So as far as our fixture list goes, we've got the intra-squad friendly tomorrow. And then about 3 or 4 weeks after that, there's the FFA First Cup. So I'll probably organise a few more friendlies in between there, just to see what have we got. Nothing really nearby. Well, this is foreign. Tawa, Stokes Valley, Wainuiomata, Wellington. These are all New Zealand teams. I suppose we're not actually based in Australia, so this is actually a glitch in the game. And you sure as hell wouldn't pay 45,000 for a university team. I don't think so. Alright, so I'll book in some friendlies. We'll play those, and we'll come back for probably a double header. So we'll have both Melbourne teams, one in the Cup and one in the League, and we'll get things rolling and try and get through this first season nice and quick. Fingers crossed we actually get some positive results, and we can get out of here as fast as possible. Alright, well, I will see you in a little bit. Alrighty, I found the season preview. 8th out of 10. Not great, but it's better than last. Also came across a couple of interesting finds here. Thomas Sorensen, he's now 40 years old. Tim Cahill, 36. Diego Castro, 34. So there's some older talents, but we're not picked to be up there really at all. I also got better odds than both Newcastle and Central Coast, so I'm expecting to give both of them a hiding when we come across them. Pre-season was sort of to be expected. I kind of hoped we'd smash through the whole lot of them. It's put a bit of money in, but there's a lot more going out. We're over our wage budget. There is $1.5 million in there. Tried to jump straight onto that coaching badge, but they just weren't interested. The 4-2-4 was working. I know, but they're telling me to play a 4-1-2-3 already. So I'm going to try it in this first game. If it doesn't look how I want it to look, I'm going to go to the 4-2-4. I want this to be as simple as possible. I know a 4-4-2 is simpler in terms of a formation. This sort of fits us better. The attacking wingers, and a DM. I initially only selected work ball into the box, but they've told me to add stay on feet and stick to positions. With short a left back, I didn't really even bother delving into the transfers, loans, or anything just yet because I don't quite understand how the salary and that sort of thing works. It says we can spend 29,000 or something. Where did I see it? It was a registration window. Yeah. Max squad salary 29.5, except for the designated players. Yeah, it says we're paying, it's at 45,000 per week. So almost double what the salary cap says. So I don't quite understand that. But like I said in the earlier part of the video, I'm hoping to get through this as fast as humanly possible, in all honesty, and move on. So we are going to go straight into the FFA Cup against Melbourne Victory. Haven't looked too much into what they're doing. I haven't even set myself. I've only just gotten some scouts. So we're just going to run straight into the game. I'm hoping for a positive start. Obviously a lot more positive than the last couple of saves have gone for me. We're not the favourites. And once again, it's because I'm a rookie manager. Whatever. So they're going to play the same formation. The assistant's not too interested in telling me anything. We'll just see if we can give him a little bit of boost of encouragement. So I know it probably sounds whoa. Okay. That's way too fast. I need to see what's going on. Okay, much better. We're also going to go straight back to the direct to camera like we opted. I've sort of gotten used to it now. I find it hard to look at the other one. So already 3 minutes in, we've skipped the. So this is probably one of the first highlights. Ben Calv. Well, we're 1-0 down inside 3.5 minutes. So not the start I was hoping for at all. Ben Calfella. It's a pretty busy stadium for Melbourne there. Also going to turn these off. I don't need these. It's all gone to shit. I've forgotten everything that I was doing. Yeah, so we've had a pretty crap start. Well, then again, so Melbourne, nothing's happened just yet. We've had a couple of shots now, so we're starting to come into the game. I'm trying to keep tactically as simple as I possibly can, and I can look to start adding things as it goes along. My main focus is on getting them familiar, because that was really what killed me with the last club at Guadalajara. Obviously, that has nothing to do with this save, but I can't shake it from the back of my mind, given just how badly it went. It was embarrassing. My early days in YouTube have been really, really embarrassing, and they've really shown nothing of what I feel I can do. And I'm not claiming to be the greatest. I'm not the greatest, but I've never struggled as much as I've struggled with these two clubs I've had so far. I had so many. I really couldn't decide on what to do next. As Bonaventura goes through on goal, it doesn't look like he's missed that by much at all. It's promising. We've had more shots. There's only been 4 shots in total, but we are on top, I would think, looking at that. I thought about doing a Premier League save. I thought about doing an Alex Ferguson save. I just don't feel comfortable enough. When you're one of the big clubs, there's so many people support those big clubs. I just didn't want to just piss it all away, basically. I'm going to move Krishna up front so I can bring McGlinchey on. Not really sure he's an inside forward. Sort of plays more in the middle. That's all we're going to do for now. Been a reasonably strong performance so far, and we're only a goal down. And I'd like to. I'm going to bump this up to attacking. We do have a corner here with Finkler. Oh, there you go. Rossi flicks it onto Durante, and we're level again. Well, we're level. We're not level again. Although they're calling it an own goal. It's fine by me. I don't think we've got the replays on. I don't think we really need them. Another corner. McGlinchey this time. Bonavanasia to Barbarousis. Just come off the keeper. Yeah, Durante's offside there, unfortunately. Could have been 2-1. But looking at the stats, we've really outplayed them here. We'll put McGlinchey back in the centre mid there. Because we've got Parkhouse here who does play on the left. He's probably a winger though. He is, so we'll cut off that. We'll drop him back to a winger. And maybe they can get some balls into our man Roy Krishna up top. I'll play him. We'll go false 9 as we haven't got the cam. Maybe we can get a little bit of link up play. Maybe that's a terrible idea. I'm getting a little bit. Oh, another corner. So McGlinchey again. Durante again. This time the goal is his. There's no own goal there. This is a great start. Maybe I don't need to wish this one away too fast at all. We'll drop this back to standard now as well. I don't want to get carried away like we did earlier. But again, we're not going to talk about that at all because we're not even going to look at what Wellington are doing because it's not even part of the save anymore. This is a fresh start and we take a 2-1 win in our very first game. So that I'm really, really, really excited about. I really can't wait for the next one now. See if we can do a double on Melbourne. Wow, we've got another month. Right, I guess I better skip forward a bit longer and then we'll move on to our second round. Just before I do that, how far did they want us to go? Just out of curiosity. Reach the quarterfinals. How many rounds have we got before? So as long as we were in the next round, we've done what we need to do. Alright, I might book in a few more friendlies then. I'll do this, and then we'll come back here on the 24th of August, and that will be the 2 live comms for today's episode. Alright, this preseason is dragging out for far too bloody long. Still haven't lost a game. Obviously, they're all very, very small teams. So plenty of fitness. The tactic looking nice and familiar, and most players are getting there. So that already is a massive advantage over my last attempt. And after that, we can look at properly training the players. And something different, maybe some attacking movement, defensive positioning. Wouldn't that be lovely? Not having to worry about a tactic. I'm going to start in the standard just to be safe. I don't want to go control and get hit on the counter attack from the start, because then we'd be fighting uphill. Should it get to a point where we're not doing enough, I'll bump it up. Probably jump it to attacking and hope we can just overwhelm them. Because this isn't a game that we shouldn't really be messing around at all. It should just be down to business and then get out, head on to the next one. Because this will see us reach our first club target, which is going to be vital. Considering my runs so far, we've done nothing in the first 5 minutes. They've had all the possession, which is why I don't really want to go to counter. Control, sorry. Maybe I should go control so we take over the game. We've had a shot on target. They've had a blocked shot from distance. There you go. We're starting to pick up now. This will go to attacking soon enough, just to ensure that we do well. You don't want to get FM, do you? That's obviously on the forefront of my mind, and probably most other people when they play a team that's meant to be far below them. Still don't really have the possession. No one's done a whole lot too exciting, so I'm going to encourage them. And then I'll remind them at halftime that they should be doing a lot more than they are doing. And that's going to be pretty fast. Well, I don't think we've had a single highlight in this first half. We are on key highlights, correct? Yeah. Tell them to seize control of an early second half goal. Smelts hasn't done much so far. I'll send them back out as they are, and we'll chop this up. I'm not going to go control, we're just going to go straight to it. We'll try control first, eh? And hope that we start seeing an improvement very, very quickly. Time can disappear before you know it in this game. Like it already is. We're already approaching that hour mark and still nothing has happened. I don't think we've even had an extra shot yet. So we're going to demand more now, I think. So there goes the hour mark. Smelts is going to come off because I'm not impressed by his performance at all. Maybe it's a lack of him getting the ball, who knows. Ken Watson plays a deep line forward. It's better suited as a target man. I'm not really playing a target man kind of system at the moment. Let's bring on Rogerson on the right there. Because Barbaros is looking complacent, and that's really not something that you want to be dealing with. It's only going to take one mistake and we go a goal behind, and that's that. And it wouldn't be the first time I've been knocked out by lower league competition. And this really is not looking good at all, is it? I left it on pause. That was silly. Alright, this really is not looking good. Alright, who's next to come off? Complacent is our box-to-box midfielder. I think she's a playmaker. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong player there. Deep lying playmaker. We'll throw you in there. Finkler can do a bit of everything, so we'll play him as the box-to-box. Right, this is very, very silly. We're getting more shots, they're firing from distance, but I don't want extra time. I don't want a replay. I just want this to happen. It's a shocking performance. There's so much so I'm just having to talk nonsense instead of trying to commentate. I'm not happy. Fire them up because they played crap. Let's just get this done early and get out of here. Krishna's just been dropped by about 3 of them. If that's the way they're going to play us, then it probably explains a lot, doesn't it? Oh, come on. This is fucking ridiculous. Now the shots are jumping up. Possession's very, very even. They've given us a hell of a game. I've got to give them that. Don't make this go to penalties. Oh, what an absolute drama that would be. Alright, half time. Just get it done. You know, I probably could have tailored the instructions a bit more. Oh, this is bloody stupid. Right. That's what it's going to come down to, is it? This doesn't even matter, does it? Get in there, get in there. We'll just throw them in. Your goalkeeper is your 5th penalty taker. That's not bad odds. Alright. switch. Nah, I'll leave the camera alone. So 1-0. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm also hoping this doesn't go to 16 or 17 because that just gets ridiculous. I might actually get up and walk away at that point, and I'll just come back 5 or 10 minutes time, see where it's ended up. 2-1. Well, that was probably the weakest penalty I've ever seen in my life. This should put us in a comfortable spot, and I say that quite ironically, given the fact that it's gone to penalties. If we can save this, it should be over. Just about. And Glenn Moss will be taking his penalty pretty soon too. I mean, if the keeper can finish it, Louis Fenton, the left back, yeah, tucked it away, nice and tidy in the bottom corner there. So our next penalty will be the goalkeeper, but they do have to make this to stay in it. If I remember my penalty rules. Yeah. So, well, let's let the goalkeeper have his penalty, eh? Make it 5 for 5, and then we'll get the hell out of here. Goalkeeper against goalkeeper. There you go. Right. That was far more dramatic than it needed to be. I'm probably going to tell them that too. Yeah. You were shit. Well, you came on and played like shit, so I don't know what you're all upset about. Are you disappointed? I am disappointed. Yeah, too close to embarrassment, and I don't really care how the team feel about that one. So, I know that yeah, we need a shootout. It's shocking. Alright, so now we've met our criteria for the board in terms of the cup anyway. So the quarterfinal, I mean the quarterfinal's even on before, and that's still a month away. This is a silly, silly season. Yeah, it's bloody just about all year round. Okay, I'll play a couple of friendlies. You know what? I'm going to play that cup final there as well. Oh, the quarterfinal, sorry. That'll be off camera. We'll come back for the first game of the season because I think this has dragged on long enough. And we'll see basically where we're at come that point. Alright guys, well I hope you've enjoyed the new save. If you have, obviously please come back for the next one. It's all I'll ever ask of you. Let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.